There are people who wake up early, work late, push through exhaustion, and give everything they have, yet never move forward financially. Not because they're lazy, not because they lack talent, and not because opportunities skip them, but because a single invisible habit is quietly draining their future before money ever touches their hands. It doesn't show up on bank statements. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels normal, and that's exactly why it keeps people trapped for decades. If this habit controls your decisions, your income will rise, but your life will stay the same. You give effort every single day. You wake up with responsibility on your chest. You push through exhaustion because stopping is not an option. You're not idle. You're not careless. You're not irresponsible. Yet somehow, progress never matches the effort. Your days are full, but your future feels empty. Your schedule is packed, yet nothing improves. Life feels like motion without direction. Money shows up, then it disappears. Rent, food, transport, family needs, unexpected problems that never ask permission. Something always demands attention. Something always needs fixing. Something always interrupts your plans. You tell yourself, once this phase passes, things will stabilize. Next month, I'll finally breathe. When this pressure eases, I'll get ahead. But the pressure doesn't leave. It only changes shape. You're not drowning because you don't earn. You're drowning because every month feels like survival mode. Always alert, always reacting, always tense. You can't rest properly because rest feels expensive. You can't think long-term because today is too loud. You're constantly one issue away from panic. And most painful part? You're doing everything society told you to do. Work harder, be patient, keep pushing, stay hopeful. Yet the gap between effort and reward keeps widening. Warren Buffett once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." And deep down, that sentence scares you, because your income only exists when you're present. When you stop moving, everything stops. Another quote hits even harder. Jim Rohn said, "You don't get paid for hard work. You get paid for value." But no one ever taught you how to convert effort into value. So you trade time, you trade energy, you trade peace, and still remain in the same place. This is why nights feel heavy. This is why mornings feel rushed. This is why success feels close, yet unreachable. You're not failing. You're stuck inside a system of habits that keeps you running without arriving. Here's the part nobody tells you, and it changes everything. Your struggle is not coming from how much you earn. It's not caused by the economy. It's not the result of bad timing or unlucky circumstances. Those are convenient explanations. They sound logical. They protect you from asking harder questions. But they are not the real enemy. The real enemy lives much closer, in daily choices, in automatic reactions, in habits formed during survival. Poverty is rarely about money itself. It's about behavior shaped under pressure. When life trains you to focus only on today, you stop planning for tomorrow. When emergencies become normal, discipline feels unrealistic. When survival becomes routine, growth feels optional. That's how people get trapped quietly. Not because they are careless, but because survival teaches short thinking. You learn to grab relief instead of building structure. You learn to react instead of deciding ahead. You learn to solve problems temporarily instead of eliminating them permanently. And over time, these patterns stop feeling dangerous. They start feeling normal. That's the trap. Most people don't wake up one day and choose financial struggle. They slowly inherit it. From pressure, from fear, from repeating what worked yesterday just to survive. Peter Drucker once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." But survival mode doesn't create. It only responds. Ray Dalio said, "Your success depends on how you respond to pain." And most people respond by numbing it, not studying it. So the habit continues. Earn, spend, feast, repeat, month after month, year after year. Not because income is too small, but because habits are never questioned. This is why people with raises remain stressed. This is why bonuses disappear. This is why opportunity feels close, yet unreachable. The system running your money was designed during survival, not strategy. And until that system changes, nothing else will. Not a new job, not a better economy, not more income, because money doesn't follow effort. It follows behavior. And behavior, left unchecked, will quietly decide your financial future for you. Here's the truth most people never face. Money does not change who you are. It simply reveals it. When you finally earn more, receive a bonus, or land a promotion, you don't automatically become disciplined, patient, or smart with it. Instead, your habits, the ones formed quietly over years, decide your reality. They silently control your actions, your reactions, and even your emotions around wealth. And the dangerous part? Most habits don't appear threatening. They feel ordinary, normal, comfortable. But what feels normal can quietly destroy everything you've worked for. Think about it. How many people know exactly where every dollar goes? How many have structured savings, investing, or clear goals? Most don't. And that's why the same struggles repeat year after year. This is the moment where everything changes if you're willing to see it. The turning point isn't earning more money. It's recognizing which habits control you, then rewriting them. Because awareness precedes action, and action, repeated consistently, reshapes the future. Warren Buffett said, "The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken." And Jim Rohn reminded us, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Look closely. Your income will rise or fall, your accounts will grow or shrink, but unless you shift the system controlling your decisions, nothing external can rescue you. Wealth is not about the paycheck. It's about the choices you make with every dollar, the decisions you take when no one is watching, the consistency that goes unseen until decades later, when results speak louder than effort. This is the turning point. Most people never see it. Most people continue reacting. But those who do, those who pause, reflect, and restructure habits, they're the ones who finally take control. And that control is far more powerful than any paycheck, raise, or bonus. Here's habit number 1, the invisible trap that quietly keeps millions stuck, living in reaction mode. Most people only think about money when there's a problem. A bill appears unexpectedly. En urgente expense demande attention. A family emergency rearranges the whole month. And suddenly you're running, chasing, reacting, but never planning. Reacting feels like survival. It feels necessary. It feels like responsibility. But here's the truth. Reacting is not control. It is being controlled by circumstances, by pressure, by the very money you work to earn. Every time you wait until the last minute to think about savings, to pay a debt, or to invest in your future, you hand over control. You give away power without realizing it. You trade freedom for temporary relief. Poor people react. They respond to emergencies. They move when pulled. They think only in terms of today. Wealthy people decide in advance. They build structures. They create systems that make money work on their terms. They anticipate problems before they appear. They don't need motivation because the structure carries them forward. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine 2 people receive the same paycheck. Person A waits for the bills to come in, pays what's urgent, spends what's left, and hopes for the best. Person B allocates their income first. Investments, savings, and bills, leaving only a controlled amount for daily expenses. Person A reacts. Person B decides. And over time, this difference is monumental. Tony Robbins once said, "Success is doing what you want, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want." But here's the catch. That kind of freedom never comes from reaction. It comes from preemptive decisions, systems that anticipate obstacles, and discipline structure. If money controls your emotions, if your heart races every time a bill arrives, it will never obey you. But if you create a framework, a plan, an allocation, a method, money responds to you instead. Structure beats motivation every time. Waiting for inspiration or willpower is a trap. Motivation fades. Pressure returns. Decisions must be made before money arrives. Commitments must be set before emergencies appear. That's the first habit wealthy people master. They refuse to live at the mercy of circumstance. Recognize this. The stress, The panic, the constant scrambling is not your fault. It's the outcome of a system you inherited, a behavior you learned, a habit you repeat unconsciously. Awareness is the first step. Action, consistently applied, is the bridge. And when you step out of reaction mode, suddenly, the same income starts producing results instead of anxiety. The power is quiet. It's subtle. It doesn't feel glamorous, but it transforms lives. That's habit 1. No longer reacting. Deciding in advance. Designing your financial life before chaos arrives. Here's habit number 2. The silent trap that feels productive but keeps you stuck. Confusing being busy with making progress. Look around. How many people fill every hour with activity, tasks, and constant movement, yet find themselves in the same place month after month? Multiple jobs, side hustles, endless meetings, back-to-back tasks. They move, but they don't advance. They work, but they don't grow. Being busy feels important. It feels like achievement. It feels like effort is the same as results. But here's the truth. It isn't. If your income stops when you stop moving, you're still trapped in the time for money cycle. You're still a prisoner of hours. You are still building someone else's wealth while your own future waits. Effort alone never creates freedom. Sweat, stress, and long days are not proof of progress. Positioning, planning, and leverage are. Successful people understand this. They know that a single strategic decision can produce results that months of frantic activity cannot. They understand the power of systems, investments, and leverage that work even when they are not working. Tony Robbins said, "It's not knowing what to do, it's doing what most people won't." And here's the key. Doing what most people won't is not staying busy. It's focusing on the 20% that produces 80% of the results. It's building assets, not filling hours. It's creating frameworks that move money and opportunity toward you automatically. Confusing busy with progress is dangerous because it feels safe. It feels like effort is rewarded. It feels like you're accomplishing something. But deep down, you know the truth. Despite all the hours, the constant movement, the relentless grind, the results are the same. Your bank account doesn't reflect your effort. Your freedom doesn't increase. Your future doesn't improve. Habit number 3, the silent destroyer most people never recognize, is delaying identity upgrade. This is the trap where you wait to feel ready before acting differently. You wait to feel confident before managing money wisely. You wait to feel wealthy before investing in yourself. You wait for permission, for the right circumstances, for external validation. The truth is harsh. Your income will never rise faster than your identity. Your mindset will always control your money. Your habits will always dictate your results. Most people think the problem is opportunity, or timing, or the economy. But the deeper issue is who they are internally, how they see themselves in relation to wealth. If your self-image is of someone who struggles, your choices will reflect that. If your identity aligns with scarcity, every raise, bonus, or financial gain will be absorbed by old habits, leaving you in the same place. Look at high achievers. They act like the person they want to become before the world acknowledges it. They behave responsibly, strategically, and with foresight, even before their bank account confirms it. They step into the version of themselves capable of wealth, and the results follow. Jim Rohn said, "You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself." Tony Robbins added, "Change is automatic. Progress is not. Progress requires identity change. Waiting for external factors to validate your ability is the biggest lie keeping people poor. It creates endless procrastination. It justifies inaction. It keeps dreams perpetually in the future. When you delay upgrading your identity, effort feels wasted. Money comes in and money goes out. Results feel fleeting. Opportunities slip away unnoticed. But when you embrace identity upgrade, everything shifts. You make decisions from a new perspective. You act consistently with your desired life. You spend, save, and invest like the person you are becoming, not the person you were yesterday. This habit is invisible, but its consequences are monumental. It quietly reinforces old patterns. It silently erodes potential. It guarantees repetition unless consciously addressed. Here's the takeaway. Wealth does not come to the person who earns the most. It comes to the one who becomes the person capable of sustaining, growing, and multiplying it. So ask yourself, are you acting like the person you want to become today? Or are you waiting for some invisible moment to feel ready? Now, let's bring it all together. Reaction mode, busy trap, delayed identity. These three habits aren't obvious. They feel normal. They feel necessary. They feel like life itself. But normal doesn't equal safe. Comfort doesn't equal progress. And familiarity doesn't equal freedom. Most people don't fail because of bad luck. They fail because they repeat the same patterns over and over unknowingly. They react. They stay busy. They wait for some invisible permission to act differently. And that's the silent enemy working quietly, month after month, year after year. The good news? Awareness is the exit. Recognizing these habits is the first step. You can rewrite your system. You can choose which habits control your life. You can act in advance. You can build leverage instead of exhausting yourself. You can step into the identity that wealth demands before the money ever arrives. Tony Robbins said, "Change is inevitable. Progress is optional." And Jim Rohn reminded us, "Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better." So here's my question for you. Which of these habits do you see in yourself right now? Are you reacting instead of deciding? Are you confusing busyness with progress? Or are you waiting to feel ready before becoming the person who can sustain real wealth? Comment your answer below. Type control if you're ready to break the cycle and start rewriting your financial life. And remember, most people fail at habit number 3. Those who act now, those who step into their identity today, will be the ones wealth follows tomorrow.